Hey there bookworms, and welcome to another vlog. Today is going to be a reading vlog. I'll catch you up on everything that I've read in the past couple of weeks and give you a few book reviews, and then I'm going to attempt to begin my first reading journal. I haven't done this for a long time because every time I've attempted one, I've abandoned it because it's just been too hard or confusing or frustrating and I haven't stuck with it. So I'm hoping that the plan I've got for this reading journal will work and I'll enjoy it a lot more and stick with it. But if you're new here, hi, my name's Ange. I'm your very casual librarian. I'm also a mum of two. I'm a master's student at university and I work in an academic library in a university here in Melbourne. And if you're a returning bookworm, thank you so much for being here as always. And as always, welcome home. Okay, so I've just been and gotten my yearly skin check. Don't forget to get your skin checked, especially if you have a family history of melanoma like I do. And here in Australia, we have a really high incidence of melanoma, so it's really important to get your skin checked regularly. I get mine done every 12 months without fail, and I've just been and got that done. And now I really think I just want to have a coffee at a cafe and read my book, which I haven't done for ages, and I just really think that would feel good right now. So that's what I'm going to go and do, and then we'll do some more. I'll vlog some more this afternoon.
Before you get it, baby, show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. You walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul, baby.
G'day bookworms. Well, it's the afternoon and I really enjoyed having a read in that cafe. I was so looking forward to just taking a minute just to not have anything pressing that I had to do immediately. It was really nice just to go in there and just read and be a customer. It was lovely, and the atmosphere in that cafe was really nice, and I love sitting on that bench seat right near the window because you can people watch as people go past, and there's always really good light for reading, and usually I can get tucked into a corner and, you know, read for ages and no one really sits around you in that corner, so it's a really nice spot. So yeah, that was really lovely. I'm currently reading the Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James, and I read, it was called The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, and it was really scary and spooky and atmospheric, and I was hoping this one would be the same, and it is. It's shaping up to be the same as that one in terms of like dark atmosphere, that kind of anticipatory kind of language where you know something's going to go down but you're not quite sure what or when. And I'm really enjoying this one. This seems to be going in the same direction. It's a very different plot though. It's about a woman who has an online blog about cold cases, and she's fascinated by cold cases, and not just in her area but kind of worldwide, renowned ones, not so renowned ones. And we know she's divorced, we know she's living alone, but we don't know much about our main character, our narrator, other than that she lives alone and she works as a doctor's receptionist in a medical centre. And one day a woman comes in and she recognises her and she can't pick where she's recognises her from. Then it occurs to her that this woman was actually implicated in a double homicide quite a few years before, in like the 70s. And though she's older, so she didn't recognise her immediately, she has aged over time, but it's definitely her. She is now currently in this part of the book I'm reading, is she's trying to get an interview, like an exclusive interview. This woman's never said yes to an interview. She's trying to encourage her to tell her side of the story from this murder that happened that she was accused of. That's what I'm reading currently. It's really good. It's a really dark, atmospheric read. Perfect for winter, perfect for Halloween if you're looking for a Halloween or a winter read. Yesterday we went on a big car trip. We had to drop our daughters somewhere so their grandparents could pick them up. Their grandparents are having them for a few days in the holidays. So we drove our daughters halfway and my parents were driving to pick them up. And on that road trip, I managed to get quite a bit of reading done, and I managed to read a whole book. So I read Vincenzo Latronico. The book's called Perfection, and it's on the shortlist for this year's Booker Prize. And I've been reading a few of the Booker Prize nominations this year, and look, this one, I have to say, not a big fan. Like, I get where it was going, I get the premise, but I just think it left so many things undone. I was really unsatisfied by this, and it's quite a short book, so I was kind of thinking, why didn't you do more? Like, so this book is about a young couple who, they kind of seem to have it all on paper. They've got this apartment that's really trendy that they're Airbnb-ing out so they can live in Germany in another trendy apartment, and they travel a lot and they go to art galleries and they go to performances and openings, and you know, they don't have any children, they're choosing not to have children, and their jobs are very good and they can travel a lot and they're making enough money. But there's this sort of feeling of, well, is that it? Is this it? Like, there's a feeling of dissatisfaction with their lives, a bit of like ennui, if that's the word, like where it's, you know, they're just kind of searching for something more. And that's it. That's the book. It kind of doesn't really, it just puts this premise, lays this premise out, and then goes, the end. I was like, oh, it's okay. We're not going to go anywhere with that or explore that further, or, you know, explore each character individually, how they feel about. No. So that's kind of it. That's kind of what you're left with. There's no resolution. There's not really any story. There's not really any explanation. It's just a situation that's described, and that's it. So that's what I kind of felt. I was kind of perplexed by this. I gave it 3 out of 5 because I thought, great idea. Like, and so I don't know. It just didn't go any further, which was such a shame. So anyway, I read the whole thing. We'll see how it goes in the Booker Prize. I also just recently listened to Shaun Micallef reading his own book. It's called Pre-Incarnation. So if you can sort of get your head around that concept, it's a real timeline bending story about a man who is murdered and then travels back in time 300 years before to try and stop his murder, his own murder. It's a strange book, and it was hard to follow, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Shaun Micallef's comedy is kind of chaotic. The energy is chaotic, and this book is like that. It's his chaotic energy in a book, but it was so funny. Like, it's Terry Pratchett funny, if you get my drift. Like, Shaun Micallef breaks the fourth wall while he's reading his own book. He puts in his own asides. At one stage, he takes a phone call in the middle of recording this book. It's really, really funny. He talks to you as the reader of the book, and he does all these different characterizations and voices. It was really funny. So even though I found the plot line and the timeline of this book really hard to follow, I still really, really enjoy it, and I would recommend it. And it's only short, but if you can, get the audio version of Shaun Micallef performing this book as well. Oh, and the other book that I started just before we got home, I started another audiobook, and it was Evie Wyld's All the Birds Singing. And this is very different to the Bass Rock. It's set in sheep shear, like a sheep shed, and with our main character is a shearer. She's a shearer, so she travels around shearing sheep in the shearing season in Australia, in outback Australia. And, you know, being a woman, naturally, she's in the minority in that industry. But I'm really enjoying that so far, and I'm seeing that it's going to be another Evie Wyld, this brilliant book. I'm only about 25% of the way through it though, so I'll have more to say on that when I finish it. But that's what I'm currently reading. So I'm currently reading the Book of Cold Cases and All the Birds Singing, and I'll let you know what they're like when I finish them. So the other thing I'm going to do this afternoon is something I've been wanting to do for ages, but every time I do it, I end up abandoning the effort because I'm not very good at being creative and I'm not very good at being consistent with things, unfortunately. So I really wanted to start a book journal and to start journaling what I'm reading so that I can remember how I felt about books, so I can then review them better for you guys. And I'm just not, like, I get a blank journal and I just kind of get paralyzed by a blank page. That makes sense. I don't know where to start, and I don't have any confidence in myself to have a good idea and then to make it look aesthetic. Like, I just don't think I'm very good at that. What I decided to do is I found this book lover's journal. It was like $4 at Kmart. So I grabbed it, and it has like a layout for each, like, spread for each book. So it's a little bit prescriptive, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate each page, like use that as like my template and my basis, and then decorate each page for each book that I read. It kind of gives me a bit of a starting point instead of having just a blank page and kind of all this potential and nowhere to really start. So that's where I get a bit like, I can't, like, you know, I kind of grind to a halt if that's the case. But this, I think, will give me a bit of confidence to do it because the pages are already set out for each book. It's got title, author, genre, publisher, number of pages, date started, when I finished, why I chose this book, rating, recommend, other books by the author to read, and a page for just notes, like to review it. And then it's got a TBR list in the front where you can write books that you hope to read. And I've got some great stickers and some washi tapes that I got on my last trip to Japan in 2023. So I'm going to use those because I've been dying to use those stickers as well. And I really I use them in letters to friends, but I haven't really had anything else to use them for. So this is going to be perfect.
This love has never been stronger. I'm up in the clouds when you're around, but when you're not, it's getting much harder. And I'm falling down, down, I'm falling down. I see your face on all of the pages in the scrapbook of my mind. To put it down for a while takes ages. Then I'm falling down, down, I'm falling down. I'm thinking of you every day, a million times, hoping you hear me. Tell me you do. Every day, a million times, just when I'm thinking of you.
Well, that was really fun, bookworms. I actually really enjoyed that. I had Vera playing in the background and it's really cozy. I've got the heater on and I had some candles burning and stuff. And that was really, really relaxing. And I'm definitely going to do that again. I did 2 spreads. So I did the first one for Reincarnate. I'll show you just here. I kept the theme steampunk a little bit, and a little bit sort of dark academia, because that's kind of the theme of the book, writers and time travel and that kind of thing. So that's what I've gone for here. And I found some stickers that were like old maps and a key and some spectacles and a cat. So I've used that kind of brown and gold color scheme for that page. And then the next page I did modern pot plants and indoor plants, because the book they talk about in Perfection by Vincenzo Latronico, they talk about the plants and indoor plants they have in their Airbnb and how it's very stylishly kind of curated. So that's what I chose for this spread. I chose indoor plants and a camera and some takeaway coffees and this very sort of kind of aloof looking girl down here, and that's what I've kind of gone for there. This was a really good way to tackle my first reading journal, because it kind of took the pressure off of trying to make something from scratch, and I really enjoyed that. I just kind of picked which stickers I liked, and then I decided where they were going to go, and then I wrote in some details, and then I put a few more in if more would fit, and I just kind of got creative, and that was really, really fun. So I definitely think I could keep this one up, this reading journal. So I highly recommend, if you feel the same as me and look at some of these amazing creative reading journals or journaling or scrapbooking online and just feel completely intimidated and like you could never be that creative, maybe kind of just do a baby step and get a book that's kind of already laid out, and then you can just decorate it a little bit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Thank you for being with me and keeping me company. I haven't done anything creative for a long time because I've been so busy with uni and being a parent and work. So it was nice to just sit and do something mindful and creative. That was really good. I needed that really badly today. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and send all your bookworm friends this way so we can talk books and talk journaling and book journaling and scrapbooking in the comments below if you've got any awesome ideas. Also, if you've got any great ideas about where to get supplies, I just got my stuff from Kmart, and the stickers I got from Japan, some of them, so different like stationery and $2 shops in Japan. But also I find Daiso has really good stickers, a really good sticker collection, and they're really cheap and they're cute. So if you're looking for stickers, Kmart and Daiso have a really good selection. But let me know down below if you can recommend any good places to buy journals or journaling supplies or stickers. Okay, I'm gonna go and upload this and start editing, and I might watch a bit more Vera, and I think I'll have another cup of tea and stay warm. It's really cold and grey outside, so this was the perfect thing to do today. And I had cats interrupting me, and I kind of don't mind that. It's nice to have cats interrupting you. All right, so I'm gonna end that vlog here, and I will catch you in the next one.